There are no good girls gone wrong, just bad girls that got caught. I said it. Vinyl Guru in the house, here to talk to you today about the best hip-hop records of all time.
Vinyl Guru, Vinyl Guru. Vinyl Guru.
The first act that I'm going to be talking to you about came out with his debut album in 1994. A banger of an album. So many great producers worked on this. Thank you, MC Serge, for finding and discovering and appreciating the genius that is Nas. This is Nas's Illmatic, like the 10th anniversary version. Yes, it was already an anniversary after 10 years because that's how good this album was. It was truly, truly a banger. If you look at some of the tracks on here, I mean, I'm sure if you're a hip-hop person, you know all of these. But the first half, it's all hits. That side A is all classic bangers of Nas's. And, I don't know, she's a classic. I'll give you a swirl. Get ready to deep dive. Okay.
In my physical, I can express through song, delete stress like Motrin, then extension. This rhythmatic explosion is what your frame of mind is chosen.
Another cat that I'm going to talk to you about was huge with his own group. To be honest, they were the ones. They was the Beatles of hip-hop, okay? And each member had their own albums, had their own legacies, had their own set of characteristics to them. And if I'm being honest, this one is truly my favorite. He had the wild personality. He was the David Bowie and Kate Bush of hip-hop to me, as he was extremely... He was missing a chromosome, honey. He was old, he was dirty, he was a bastard. This is old dirty bastard, y'all. Return to the 36 chambers, honey. This is a golden eye of a record. This is his first solo debut album, came out in 1995. A true gem. This has got so many great heavy hitters, and this is his identification for his EBT card. Can we get an amen? Okay, so classic songs on here, darlings. Come on, shimmy shimmy ya, baby, come on, Brooklyn Zoo. Don't you know? I mean, come on. Gem.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Brooklyn Squad, Wu-Tang Killer, bees on the swarm, rain on your college damn.
Another cat from the same group that also put out an album at the same year, 1995. One of my favorite lyricists in the game. This is GZA, honey. GZA, the genius. This is Liquid Swords, an extremely conscious record. I mean, if you listen to the lyrical content on this one, she is heavier than a sumo wrestler, honey. This is extremely amazing. And you know, it's funny because with the records that came from the Wu members, they still collaborated with each other. I mean, like, RZA produced on this, you had Redman on this, you know, there's still a lot of brew happening in the cauldron. Still great, but it is getting to showcase my genius here, my genius. And if you listen to some of the lyrics, like I said,
we're gonna take out back to the source, the knowledge. Yo, when the MCs came to track with the what? The MCs came to live out the name and to perform.
The next one I'm gonna talk about is my favorite style of hip-hop, because now I'm introducing you to the world of G-Funk, gangsta funk music. And it is great because it introduced to the younger generation the great music that was funk and soul, and they snatched from cats like Clinton and all that and put their stank on it, and it really was great. And one of the champions of that was Dr.Dre. And this album was a classic. Oh my gosh, this The Chronic, it's wow. I love the tribute to the Zigzags, by the way. That's pretty funny. But this is, man, wow. I mean, can we talk right now? Ain't nothing but a G thing, these nuts. Little ghetto boy, where he sampled Danny Hathaway. Come on, people. But this is really, this and 2001, to be honest. Both of these smashes, mega smashes.
Understand from a young G's perspective, and before me dig on a bitch I have.
Do you like this bobblehead that stands before you? That twists her head and shakes your mind? Well, I mean, show me. Prove it to me, darling. Subscribe. Hit the little like button. Make a comment or two, honey. I mean, let a person know, you know? Don't keep them in wonder, especially when they are wonderful. So, subscribe, hit the button to be notified, to be updated, to be revolutionized by these eyes. You realize? Oh God. Let's just continue with the video, yeah? The next one I'm going to talk about actually is really fitting to the previous because they were both under Suge Knight, Death Row Records, that whole thing. And actually Dr. Dre produced this record. This one is going to be Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style. Can't believe I couldn't find it in this little trinket of joy. I found all kinds of weird stuff. Like I found Dogfather. I found, you know, his Master P collaborations when he was on No Limit. Look at these covers, by the way. The No Limit covers were always crazy fonts, wild stuff. But No Limit, Master P, he signed some amazing people, and he got Snoop Dogg towards the end of the late 90s. But when he was on death row, okay, woo, that's how drama it is, because that's how good this album is. This right here, okay, Doggy Style, it is the best G-Funk record in my opinion. This is one of my favorite hip-hop concept records as well, because this album, wow. I mean, it's funny, it's smart, it's got amazing boom bap beats that are just killer G-Funk madness, and it actually really framed and shaped the sound of the West Coast era after. It really is the album, sweetie. It's the album.
Okay, follow me, but don't lose your grip. 9 tris ain't the years there for me.
Why must I feel like that? Why must I taste again?
The next LP, we're gonna take it from the West Coast to the East Coast now. And one of my favorite MCs, male or female, from the New York scene is going to be the nasty, the raunchy Lil' Kim, Queen Bee, her debut album, Hardcore, 1996. This was not PG-13, but rated R, folks, as it was extremely filthy. She straight up D-throats on this one, honey. Gargle, gargle. This one is the Vinyl Me Please edition, whatever. Foil. Ooh, the numbers. Ooh. But anyway, this album is front to back, all killer, no filler, honey. We've got Big Mama Thing, baby, it's a Big Mama Thing. We got No Time, Spend a Little Dough, Crush on You, Queen. This is so good. All of this. Wow. Oh, okay, here's the reason why I love Lil' Kim, okay? The reason why I love Lil' Kim, she pushed the barrier for what a female MC could be. If it wasn't for her, there would be no Cardi B Alomeno Peas, honey. She showed that you could be an MC and be sexy at the same time and be taken seriously and be a lyrical genius, master flow sizzler. Exhibit A, folks.
You gotta go on. The hunter, Janet Jack me, take it in the bud. Yes, what? I got you on the beat, this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you're mad at me.
Okay, so the next one that we've got is also keeping it in the New York train right now. We're on the New York J train subway, okay? And the subway line we're taking it to is Brooklyn because we got the Black Moon enter the stage, DJ Evil D, the Beat Miners producing on this one too. This is great. I mean, you've got Who Got the Props, Buck 'Em Down, you've got the classic, you know, How Many MCs. Come on, man. This is a great debut album. Come on. And not as like talked about. I don't know why.
Move the man that's wanted for murder. Got your block locked down. So don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front.
The next one is gonna be my weirdo Southern Belles. This is gonna be Outkast, darling. Southern playalistic Cadillac music. Came out in 1994. I actually don't own this record. I don't know why, as I do love Outkast. I have quite a bit of their stuff in there, and I picked out some of these because I loved when they came out with this one in '96, I believe, right? Yeah, 96. LaFace dropped AT Aliens. This is a really, really good one. I really loved this one and Aquemini came out in '98, shortly after this. Those really killer back-to-backs, but their first album really gave you a cocktail of what's to come, and it is just exquisite. Sampling soul and funk and all kinds of lovely junk. We love it.
To get your buzz like a bumblebee, niggas who try to fuck.
So, there you have it, folks. My favorites. Emphasis on that because I don't want to hear them comments. Why didn't you talk about this, that, and the other? Well, my dear, my favorites. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, as always, toodaloo, darlings. Toodaloo.